Hello to anyone listening. Welcome to what is sort of the first podcast on this fresh new channel called the Retrobates. I'm joined today by none other than the best bald man I know himself, Chook.
Yeah, hello.
And young Sam. Just Sam's here as well.
Alright, mate.
Trying to sort of force that name on him. He doesn't really have a YouTube yet, so we've just been saying, yeah, just be called Just Sam.
It's fucking shit, but we'll roll with it.
It's chilling, mate. It's chilling. We'll figure it out. I mean, Mouse is... I mean, all our names are a bit shit, really. So I think but the Retrobates is a cool name because we're old and we like to masturbate.
Yeah.
And it's a play on the words reprobates, yeah. So yeah, we've done a few of these before, but they just went up on my personal channel. But we decided to make a go of it and do this all properly. So yeah, if you're listening, drop us a subscribe, a like, and get involved in the community. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about growing up and high school and living in the 90s and stuff like that.
Sam saw a whopping 2 years of the 90s, so...
Did you?
Yeah, I was like crying and shit when I'm still shitting myself for the 90s, but we'll go with it. It's fine.
Yeah.
A lot of people were shitting themselves and crying in the 90s, man. It was a pretty drug-driven fucking century, man.
I could have said from all the ecstasy.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we've got a few different segments that we will dot out through the podcast. So stay tuned to keep an ear out for them because there's a few doozies this week. We've got A Mouse's Tale, and that's just me sort of giving you a wacky story from said subject. So today we're going to be talking about a story of a young school child who has been expelled at the age of 4. So stay tuned for that. We've got our classic, don't know about that, mate. It's 2 truths and 1 lie. So Sam and Chook will have to try and figure their way around that. And we've got Uncle Bates, which is our agony aunt section, where we try and solve the problems of people, I guess.
Fucking attempt to anyway.
We try, yeah.
Don't actually listen to his advice, because chances are it's going to be fucking useless.
No, I think we're all going to have a crack at it, you know. We'll all take turns.
Don't take our advice, ruin your life, and then sue us.
Yeah, well, it's subject to opinion if it's good advice or not. So good luck suing us.
Also, there should be a 4th member here, but he said he needs to bury the dead hooker that's in the back of his van. So
oh yeah,
he couldn't quite make it.
I was trying to be quite chalant about that, but you've just outed him.
Yeah, we ain't said his name.
Nah,
Richard.
Rich, yeah. Rich should be here as well, but yeah, sadly he couldn't make it. He said he had to deal with business, but that's divulged by Chook. Don't come at us. We've got good lawyers. So yeah, growing up, man, high school, all of that stuff was pretty mental, man. The 90s was such a classic time, though. I feel bad for Sam that he didn't really get to experience more of it.
Yeah, but I kind of second-hand experienced it through Chook anyway, with him forcing his various games or films upon me. So I might as well have kind of been there. Not the same,
Yeah.
but...
Even we missed it, really. We didn't like we missed all the party scene and everything. We were too young for all that.
Yeah, true. So just to sort of clear it up, me and Chook are both born in 1990, but I felt like that sort of entailed its own sort of group of nostalgic memories for me. I mean, it was just the other day we were talking about retro chocolate bars that have gone out of service or not being sold anymore.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones, man, and I think the big mention was the Mars Delight.
Yeah. I didn't know what you were talking about at first, but I remembered it afterwards. Do you know the one, Sam?
Do I fuck, mate?
So Sam would have never have had a Mars Delight, man.
Probably will have. It's like it's a thin finger, and it's got like some wafer shit round it, and then it's got chocolate around the outside. I think were there like a tube of fucking chocolate through the middle? I can't even remember exactly what it was. Man.
The way I could, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it was a thin finger. It was quite
girthy.
Yeah, pretty girthy finger, man, and it was like rigid at the top, like covered in chocolate. And then on the inside was like wafer biscuit, and then on top of that was like this velvety kind of nougat. I don't know how to do it. It's just weird, but it was just
nougat.
It's got nugget in it or some shit. I don't know.
Nugget?
Is it not?
No, you're off your head, mate.
It's not called nougat.
Yeah, it is. Nougat or nougat or something like that. It's
I thought it was nougat.
Nougat.
No, you don't have to put on that posh cum voice, but, you know, nougat.
Right. I mean, the way Mouse described it then, before he said nougat, was pretty nice. It sounded like an advert. Maybe we should make an advert.
Yeah, we should actually. We've been toying with the idea of sort of making some funny adverts with this podcast, so we'll see if that comes to fruition or not. But we've spent a good portion of half hour making some jingles and stuff for the segments, so hopefully you enjoy them as well. I'd be lying to you if I said that they were professional or a labour of love. But they're jingles, so we'll stick with that.
The jingles nonetheless.
jingles nonetheless. Chuk had kind of made the point the other day of that we were the last generation to live without digital technology. Which is crazy to think about.
I remember when I were a kid, I was getting told to go out and play more often because I'd just sit and play on my PlayStation. I did go out and play, but I like to stay in and play on my PlayStation as well. My parents would just be like, just get out the house, man. Go out. We used to play out when we were kids. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't have a fucking PlayStation when you were a kid, did you?
Yeah, fucking loser. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a different age. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's bad that kids don't go out and play now. But I do miss the days where you'd cycle fucking 20 minutes around your mate's house to see just to see if he was home, and if he was home, be like, oh, hi, Josh's mum. Can Josh come out to play? And then you cycle another 20 minutes just to show him this dead frog that you found, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Josh's mum says, "Oh fucking hell, that dickhead's back," and Josh goes, "Oh no, tell him I'm ill." And then you've got to cycle home alone.
Now it's all WhatsApp and shit.
I know it's weird. You see it a lot. Like you go out to eat in a restaurant or something, and you know there'll be a family there, and they're just chucked an iPad at their 6-year-old kid just to keep him entertained.
Yeah.
I suppose it's no different. I mean, I had a Game Boy when I was probably about that age.
When I was playing on my Game Boy in shops, I remember I used to just like be playing it, and then I'd hear Sam from about 4 aisles over because I'd just been glued to it and not paying attention to what the fuck I was doing.
Just stood still like a statue, just smashing.
No, I used to just like walk around, just staring at it, and then I'd look up and like, fucking hell, there'd be no one there.
Was you that kid that we heard the Tesco's announcer over the tannoy? Can Mrs. Sam, whatever your surname is,
Yeah,
can Sam's mum
Sam.
please come to the front desk?
No,
He's
I
fucking annoying. He won't stop talking about his Game Boy.
Yeah. I just used to get lost. I don't know if I was just looking at toys or whatever, but I'd realised that I was missing. I remember thinking it was the end of the world, and I'd shit myself and run around looking for my mum.
Yeah, man. When you're young and you get lost in a supermarket, because I mean Tesco's not huge if you're a little kid, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
Because as well, like your parents always tell you, like, be careful of naughty men and stuff like that. But you're shit scared anyway. You're like, fuck, one's gonna get me.
You get murdered in Tesco.
Yeah. Man. It's funny though as well because you'd have that kind of attitude, but then the next week or whatever, you'd hide in a clothes rack to purposefully get lost, and then realise that your mum couldn't actually find you and shit yourself. It reminds me of this one time I was on holiday. We was at this theme big water park. I think it was in Spain or something like that. I can't remember what had happened, but I'd lost my dad. I'd lost him. He'd sort of walked, I don't know, probably about 30, 40 metres in front of me. So I ran up to him and I was like, held his hand. And then I looked up and it was just some random foreign dude. I thought it was my dad from the back. And he started laughing and I obviously shit myself and just kept running forward. And I found my dad, man. I was well upset. Just held the hand of a random fucking Spanish geezer who I thought my dad was. And then looking up, seeing it was just a complete stranger.
Yeah, I bet that was pretty scary.
Yeah, because you expect to see your dad's face and then you don't. And it's like, oh, I'm just holding this random guy's hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's strange not going out playing. Kids don't go out and play anymore, do they? We used to leave our door open as well during the day and not have to worry about anyone coming in. But we did live in a cul-de-sac, so we sort of knew everyone on the street.
Yeah,
Just to think back on it, I can actually, when you said you went to go and knock on for people, I was just thinking of all the times that they were like, nah, and you're like, oh, you just fuck off back home all sad and that.
Shit in it. Just working up a sweat in the summer, cycling well fast because you're all excited and they're not even home.
It's either that or they didn't like me.
No, but then what we used to do is we'd cycle to spots where we'd always hang out. So you'd cycle to the park or you'd cycle around someone else's house, and if everyone's bike was like lying on the floor outside someone's house or that, that they were there.
Yeah.
So it was chilling.
That does sound pretty chilling, to be fair.
Yeah, man. Playing games like Manhunt, 40-40 Save All.
That were an insane game, Manhunt. Didn't a kid in America kill his mate because he hit him with a hammer or something after playing that game?
What the fuck?
What is this game, by the way?
Oh,
Ignoring the
I don't
murder.
know. Ask Chuk. I thought it was just a pretty innocent game where you sort of guard a base and you try and catch people.
Oh shit! I'm talking about the PlayStation game. Remember Manhunt?
Jesus Christ.
I'm on board now. I'm on board.
I was about to say, what kind of crazy version of Manhunt is this?
And then you go around corner and you hit your mate with bats and he dies.
Once you're dead, you're out. It was well good because we lived on a cul-de-sac and there was like plenty of kids there. There's probably a group of like 7 or 8 of us in total. And yeah, we used to play Manhunt. You know,
What is this manhunt?
So there's a designated base. We used to use a lamppost in one of the corners of the cul-de-sac. There's like, say, 2 or 3 people who have to hunt, and the rest of you have to get to the base without getting caught. So
It's 40-40, isn't it?
yeah, 40-40 save all on Manhunt. Yeah, it's
Right.
We also had there was this like complex of garages at the back of the cul-de-sac, and one of them was just derelict and empty and like unlocked, and we made our own clubhouse in it. It was called the Bob's Your Uncle Club. Proper
Why?
well good. I don't know. That's just what we called it. And we used to do like little raffles in there. We had like a little bingo thing that one of us got for Christmas. We'd put up like, we found a pornography magazine discarded in a bush, so we just put all that up as well.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, and then my mum found
It'll
it.
have been obviously used. That's gross.
Yeah,
Little clubhouse with the kids sticking fucking cum-covered magazines to the fucking wall.
I never even thought about that, to be honest.
It's horrible.
Yes,
It's already got glue on the back.
That's sick.
how's it sticking to wall on its head? Yeah, never thought about that. Pretty disgusting. I'm probably going to wash my hands twice as hard now.
Play it now, mate.
But yeah, I remember when my mum found it, she went fucking mental at me, man.
We never played Manhunt, to be fair. We mainly played Tig and shit, really.
What's that?
Tig?
Tig.
You don't know what Tig is?
Mate, I'm not from fucking Narnia up north. I don't know what Tig is.
Tag. You're it.
Tag! We play It.
It.
Yeah, it's called It.
Is it?
You're It.
Yeah. We
Well, you say you're it, but you would not say your tag, but
Yeah, it would Tig up here.
What, you just touch them and say Tig?
I think you just said you're it, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you say anything? Didn't you just hit them, and so they knew that they'd been touched?
It's starting to sound
Did you-
weird, man.
did you get the fucking little whippet dog with your hat on?
Yeah.
When a person release it.
You all
That's
put on
it.
your dad's flat cap, and you whip it, and you chase each other around.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We're going off at Yorkshire stereotypes, man. Fucking.
I was going to say, have I fallen asleep and I'm having a fever dream or something? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Nah, we didn't play Tig. We did play Kirby, though. Kirby was a great game.
What a game.
That's nationwide, isn't it?
Yeah, slam.
Oh, is that what you call it? It's funny how like the North and South call it different things. All right,
No, we called it Kirby.
Oh,
but
right.
Did you have a game called Slam, where you have to kick it against the wall? You all take it in turns. If you miss, you get an S.
Yeah, I think we just call that ball against the wall or something. Actually, I know the game.
That's far too long to spell out.
Or is it called? I think it's called bum, maybe, because whoever loses, everyone kicks a ball at their eyes, don't they?
All right.
Come on, mate. Do you want to go for a little bum? Yeah, all right, mate.
We're off to play bum.
Me and Uncle Fred are over around garage to play bum, he said.
Yeah. On the whole calling things different things, I know that this is a thing for the whole of England, but we call it knockdown ginger.
What?
What's that where you just beat up the ginger kid?
No, it's where you knock on someone's door or doorbell and run.
Oh, that was just simply called knock a door run up here.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't know why we call it knockdown ginger. Let's do a little Google. Why is it called knockdown ginger? The name knockdown ginger or knocky door ginger, used in parts of southern England, comes from an English poem, Ginger Ginger, broke a window, hit the window, crack. Right?
Catch the ginger, kill him.
Ginger Ginger, you can't run from me. I've got a big machete. Bang.
Fucking die.
Yeah. Well, there you go. A bit of trivia for you.
Whilst we're on the subject of what other people call things, right? Do you know what I'm on about when I say cuppy?
Like a cup of tea?
No, a kid's game with a football.
No, I don't know that one, mate. It sounds stupid.
It's just like a 1v1 game of football as a goalie, and then there's just like loads of you play it the whole time, and you're all just trying to score. That's all it is.
It does sound sort of familiar, but I don't remember playing it. And I don't fully know what you mean. How can it be a 1v1, but loads of people are playing it?
No, I mean like a free-for-all kind of thing.
So there's one person in the net, are you saying?
Yeah, and then there's like
Everyone
I don't know,
else is
10 of you.
playing.
Yeah, and everyone else is just trying to score a goal, basically.
All right, okay. Did you ever play a game called Beat the Fat Kid?
Classic, yeah?
No, explain what happened. I'm a bit confused.
Right, it's not fair, though. Rich isn't here to defend himself, so maybe
No,
we should It's funny because I've got a little list of things that we could possibly talk about during this podcast, and bullying is one of them. I might just put in brackets Richard next to it. Oh, no, we love you, Richard. I know he's going to listen to this as well. We're only messing. He knows. Right, well, I might crack on with the first segment then. Which one do you want first? You can have A Mouse's Tale, Don't Know About That, Mate, or Uncle Bates. I think we save Uncle Bates till last.
Yeah.
Do you want A Mouse's Tale?
Yeah, go on.
All right.
Who would have believed it? A mouse's tale.
Not bad there, eh?
Fantastic.
Pretty good
Bloody
jingle, man. I'm surprised I ain't got a job at my local radio station. Right, A Mouse's Tale, as forementioned earlier. So this is a story of what would be a 4-year-old getting expelled from school in the first week. So the story goes like this. It's not a mental story, really, but just the way it was written, I just thought was very funny. With an infectious grin, 4-year-old Mackenzie Dunkley looks like any cheeky 4-year-old, but it's the skull and crossbones on his top. Teachers might... I'd have to say, in this article as well, this little kid's just standing there smiling, and his top's kind of got like one of those Toy Story Sid skull and crossbones. But it's the skull and crossbones on his top that teachers might claim gives a bigger clue as to his character. Mackenzie just became one of the youngest children in Britain to be expelled from school, thrown out weeks after starting, constantly disrupting classes and attacking teachers. In one incident, he is said to have lashed out at a teacher after he was dragged away from light switches he was repeatedly flicking on and off. He just sounds like a little prick, doesn't he? Another claims Mackenzie kicked her after he got into an argument with a pupil over a jigsaw. They say he is a lively and lovable little boy who never caused any problems before starting school in September. At home, he is quiet, and if he does get a bit boisterous, then he gets told off and told to behave himself. Mrs. Dunkley, who is married to Mark, 33, a civil engineer, added, "He is one of the youngest in the class, and it is down to the teachers to help him settle, and I don't think that has been done. They are saying he's very violent and all the other kids are scared of him. I've never heard such nonsense."
They're just making it up.
Yeah. He's just lively. It's your fault. But yeah, I thought it was funny. I remember, like, I saw that article and I saw the picture of the kid and the fact that the parents are just so ignorant to it, where he's obviously kicking teachers in the head over a jigsaw puzzle and flicking light switches on and off and just running amok.
I already know the problem here, though. If you have a son and you name him Mackenzie, he's gonna turn out to be a prick.
Yeah, I thought that
That
actually.
is completely agreeable.
That was probably during the time where that Chavy Mackenzie make was big as well.
Fucking
Yeah, probably.
Mackenzie, fuck that.
Yeah, it is a really chavvy name, isn't it, Mackenzie?
It just this little shit here, right? He's obviously scared of someone at home, so he goes to fucking school and acts like a prick. That's all it's
yeah, I
happening
mean,
here.
that's all bullies do, don't they? It's just because they're obviously getting fucking trodden on at some point in their life. Shit rolls downhill, doesn't it? You just go and take it out on someone else who can't fucking handle it.
That's probably a twat, innit?
Yeah, in most cases, that's how it rolls. You get made to feel powerless, so you need to feel powerful in another area of your life.
Yeah, that's the accusation I'm going with anyway.
Yeah.
It's got to be though, isn't it? I mean, teachers are fucking powerless anyway. With a 4-year-old, with like a teenager, you could probably explain what they're doing wrong. With a 4-year-old, you just go, no. And they go, oh, what? And that's the end of the conversation. You can't exactly fucking explain to a 4-year-old that they're being a dick.
I don't know. I think the fact that he's so young should sort of not excuse his behaviour. Do you know what I mean? It's the first week of school. He doesn't know how to behave himself. I do think it's a bit fucking wrong of the teachers just to expel him straight away. Like, oh, this one's going to be difficult. Get him fucked off. I think it's a teacher's fucking duty and responsibility to help him learn how to behave. Do you know what I mean? I was terrible in school, man.
Wait, did you say he's 4?
Yeah, he's 4, man.
Well, fucking Jesus Christ! They're like getting pissed off because he don't come in with a suit and tie. Of course, he's going to be a little prick. He's 4. What the fuck?
I mean, I was constantly getting sent out of class. I never really learnt my lesson, but it wasn't until high school that I started getting suspended and stuff.
The flicking the lights on and off isn't that bad, really, is it? I mean, it's misbehaving, but it's not that bad. Kicking the teacher's pretty bad, but
yeah,
fucking have it, bang. Mackenzie, mate. Remember the name.
I was never really bad at school. I was just lazy and like the class clown. I just fucked about.
Yeah, same. Well, I was bad, but I don't know. It wasn't like bullying or fighting or nothing. But yeah, just being the class clown and shouting out and distracting people and trying to make jokes and faces and all that stuff.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Well, you said you got suspended in secondary school, but I only ever got suspended once. My stepbrother got into a fight and I hit the lad who we were fighting, but that were it.
Well, fair enough, really, isn't it? Yeah, in high school, I was really bad in high school, man. Like, I was like legit naughty, man. I'd fucking start fires in science class and kick fucking doors in and stuff like that. I was really, really bad.
Well, it might have pleased you to know that I was a super duper fucking loser, so opposite scale, mate.
Why was you a loser?
I'm just a bit of fucking geeky. If you want to go off stereotypical kid things, right? I was definitely an in-betweeny person. I don't know how to describe, like a bully or a top of the pile person, but I definitely wanted the bomb.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, you're Not really geeky, just like an in-betweener, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was never a little shit, but I was definitely
Not-
I wasn't
yeah.
trying too hard either.
I think I think I was the same. Really, I wasn't like I wasn't popular, but I wasn't really disliked by anyone just because I was naughty and tried to make people laugh.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like I wasn't invited to house parties or nothing like that.
Nah.
We didn't really have house parties when we were in school, to be fair. It wasn't till after school. Then we just fucking gate crashed them anyway.
Oh, yeah. I did plenty of gate crashing. Not like cool gate crashing though. Just you haven't been invited, so just turn up and hope they're not too angry about it. Gate crashing.
I feel like that's a part of my life that I kind of miss out because I mentioned earlier that I hadn't had an alcoholic drink until I was 21, and by that time I'd left my hometown. I was living in London, and I felt like all the opportunities that I could have had to when people have invited me, oh, come round, we're gonna have a smoke or we're gonna have a drink, and I was just like, no, and stayed in, played Halo.
Yeah, you definitely missed all that because I did all my gate crashing once I left school. So between the ages of 16 to 18 and then a bit less from 18 up to 20. Once you're old enough to go into pubs, you don't need to go gate crashing, do you?
Yeah, man, I didn't do any of that until I was about 21.
Yeah, you did kind of miss out there, really.
Yeah.
We had some funny times fucking turning up to houses uninvited.
The most crushed I'd felt in my whole 4 years of high school was also after prom, and everyone was there was this kid who was he was pretty well off, a bit rich. His dad was very middle class when the middle class existed. He was having he was basically hosting the after party for the prom for most of the year. He had a big house. We had a lot of people in our year, a good few hundred. But it was just all the cool kids, everyone was like, yeah, we're going to go to Sam's. So a bunch of people gate crashed and stuff. And I turned up with my sort of group of mates who consisted of 4 girls, 1 gay guy, and just a couple of other just fucking in-betweeners. So we've turned up, and Sam's dad's come out and been like, oh, do you know Sam? And we're like, yeah. So Sam comes out and he's like, nah, sorry guys, you can't come in. And he's letting other people behind us in and shit. So we just sort of turned around, and I think we just went back to one of our houses, proper deflated, man.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a part of growing up, in it, learning, taking rejection and shit.
Especially when his dad's there, there's not a lot you can't really just
he's a mountain of a man compared to us at the time, so.
Yeah.
What a prick, man. Sam Howarth, if you ever listen to this, man, when this podcast takes off, you're gonna wish that you invited me to your house party, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll throw a house party and you're not invited. If we ever get the Retrobates house, man, you're not invited, bro.
Yeah, fuck you, whatever you called the name that John just said.
Sam Howarth, fuck you and fuck your dad.
Yeah,
bitch.
Man, we fucking got that motherfucker.
Funny though, actually, because a lot of the cool kids or the popular kids are still really nice to me. I see them around the hometown every now and then. But then the ones that were dickheads, like the ones who hit puberty early and they were really popular in high school, I see them now, man. They're fucking fat losers. And they're nice to me now because they've heard that I've lived in Australia, lived in Dam, and go out and done all this stuff and the music and all that. And they've just worked for their dad and just fucking drank themselves to oblivion for the last 10 years. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't peak too early. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Although I sound kind of sour about it.
I hate seeing people. I don't like seeing people that I went to school with from anywhere, really.
Well, this is why COVID's pretty good for that, man, because you can just wear a mask and just pretend that you didn't see them.
It's just like we'll be in a pub and they'll come up to me or whatever and just be like, oh, what you been doing now? Yeah. It's I don't give a fuck about you, go away. I'm not. People have got this weird interest about asking what other people have been doing and that. I just don't give a fuck.
Small talk, though, innit?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
But if you approach me for small talk, I'm just not. I mean, I'd do it because I'm polite.
What do you do? Just freeze and stay silent until they move on?
It's not that. It's just I just don't want to. Just fuck off. I don't care.
I'm not a big fan of small talk, really. It's always just the same shitty little conversation, like what you're doing in real life now. It's just all the ordinary questions. Then once they've ran out, it's like the weather's been nice and all just the same old bullshit.
Oh, no, I've run off by then. Just take up smoking, it's fantastic. I'm going out for a fact, me.
That's where you meet all the cunts outside, isn't it? To be fair, when everyone goes out to smoke at a pub, I usually go with them anyway, because I'm not just going to sit there in the fucking pub by myself.
Yeah, it must be bad being a healthy lunger, as we like to call them.
You smoke, don't you, Mouse? So yeah,
no, not anymore. I haven't touched a cigarette for probably 2 or 3 weeks now, man.
Oh yeah, you said actually.
Round of applause, yeah.
Well done.
It wasn't even a
Well,
conscious effort. I just couldn't really afford it anymore.
We'll add a better applause to the soundtrack for that.
Yeah, we'll get some sound bites.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why a lot of people take up smoking as well. At first, they just come out with you and stand there, even though it's freezing, just to sort of have the social aspect of it. And then
that's what I was saying.
Might have a toke every now and then yeah, it's like an investment, man. You get someone fucking addicted, and then you start taking their cigarettes.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. That's what I do. I always go out with people because I'm not going to sit inside by myself talking.
What, talking to your pint?
Talking to my pint.
What you been up to then, mate? Do you think trends are still a thing? Like, I'm just referring back to my notes here, and it felt like growing up, there was just so many trends, like Pogs, Crazy Bones, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon, all of that. But
definitely are.
There must be, I suppose, but I just don't know what they would be anymore. Yeah,
there's no like football cards, Pokemon cards, or any of that shit. I mean, you can still get all that, but it's not as popular, is it?
Mate, they do Fortnite dances and TikToks. That's what the trends are.
That's just mental to me, man.
My girlfriend obviously works in a nursery. She just says, like, you know, they're all just doing dances. And like,
really?
That's the funny thing to do. He's like, let's all do a Fortnite dance or a TikTok fucking thing.
I saw something that was like, you can actually get Fortnite dance lessons now.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Christ.
I mean, good on the person who thought to do that. They're probably gapping the market and probably make a ton of money, because how many fucking kids want to learn how to do these stupid dances? But
I mean, that's the thing, man. They all just do fucking TikToks, and they all have TikTok things as well, channels or whatever you want to call it, which I find really strange.
Yeah, I've got TikTok, and I watch comedians on it, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, there's a lot of really young kids on there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's just not right, I don't think, Matt.
I ain't got TikTok, but isn't there a load of like nudity and shit on there?
Yeah, there's a lot of like dance trends in there. So there's all these like fucking girls that wear really low cut tops and do these like sexually provocative dances, and they get millions and hundreds of thousands of plays and follows and stuff. We're just in an age where the digital age has had such a profound effect on the young, and now even though they've got older, everything's just about what you can monetize.
Yeah, it's like fucking bullying now. People can get fucking bullied over the internet. Like, bullying over the internet wasn't a thing when we were kids.
I still don't think it's a thing.
I completely disagree. I think it is a thing.
I suppose, yeah, because the internet is just something that you pretty much have to be on now, isn't it? But I used to think, like, if you're getting bullied online, just go offline and then you're not getting bullied.
But you are.
It doesn't have to be directly, does it? They could just have a photo of you and everyone's commenting on it and talking shit about you. It's still getting bullied, even if you're not fucking...
If you're not there, it don't matter, does it? It's just like, if you imagine it's not the internet, it's like walking down the hallway at school and everyone talking about you. That's what it'd be like, wouldn't it? And everyone like laughing at you.
Yeah, I think maybe in schools they should have like maybe a couple of hours a week dedicated to like using the internet responsibly and helping kids understand that
they must do, man.
The internet is toxic and people will just fucking say it, but none of their opinions actually mean anything, because they're not saying it because they know you. They're saying it just because they want to get you angry. But people take it so seriously, man.
And attention, basically, and it's more attention than I'd say than pissing people off.
I see it on TikTok, man. I see like people making videos like, oh, I'm getting all these hate comments and stuff, and I'm like, you should understand that it's the internet and that's what's gonna happen, man.
If it's not like people you actually know, then I don't think I'd be bothered as much. I mean, it'd still be pretty shit, but
yeah.
But I was like in more of a school environment, and everyone from your year group, or whatever's talking shit about you online. That'd be fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know, some random cunt saying, I don't know, you're a tit called, like, I don't know, Stevie McBollocks on a fucking YouTube comment section. I won't give a shit.
No.
I don't think I've had a lot of, not a lot of, but like, yeah, when I was just doing music or running events, I had a lot of people, like, not a lot, but like people who would be like, this is shit, you're this, you're that, and you're doing it for this reason. I don't care, man. You're
always going to get that, though. If you're putting yourself out there, there's always going to be that.
Yeah.
If this got more popular, there's going to be people who are saying these fuckers aren't even funny, or these guys are just talking shit, and you know what I mean. You just got to look past that and think.
Yeah, I don't know that shit. Even if it's negative, man, it just kind of makes me laugh, because I'm not one of those people. If I dislike something I see, I don't go out of my way to.
Yeah, I've never been like that.
Just fucking move on, man. And it makes me laugh that people are like so unhappy or so angry at something that they're like, I've got to post some hate bullshit online to make this person feel bad about themselves. But really, it's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in you can only dislike something that you recognise in yourself. Because if you didn't recognise it in yourself, there's no way you'd even know to dislike it. Do you know what I mean? Sort of the takes one to know one sort of thing.
Never heard that.
You've never heard takes one to know one?
I've heard that. I haven't heard the first shit you said.
Well, it's like, well, that's what that means, isn't it? Takes one to know one. Right, so here's an example. I can be quite arrogant sometimes, and that's a part of myself that I don't like. So when I meet an arrogant person, it makes me dislike them because it's something I dislike about myself. It takes one to know one. That's what that means.
I wouldn't say you're arrogant.
Yeah.
Maybe after a few drinks. But
I don't think I'm an arrogant person, but I think I can be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Bit fucking up myself.
maybe.
I mean, I'm just going off what people have said in the past, on regular occasion.
Every time, in fact.
No, I think my saving grace would be that I'm quite happy to take the piss out of myself, and I think arrogant people aren't, are they?
No. In fact, no, definitely not.
Yeah, well, getting old now, ain't we? 30, 31 this year.
I know, mate. What is it? So it's the end of January now. Just over a month and I'll be 31.
Oh, really?
March, I am.
So you'd be the year above me. When does that stop as well? I feel like that's a thing.
What's that?
You can be 50 and you can like ask when someone's born, and you can be like, oh, so you was 2 years above me at school.
I think that stays with you throughout life, man.
Yeah.
We're 30 now, and I still refer to people as what year they were in at school.
Yeah, I think it's probably the whole thing of you can be the same age. Like me and you were both 30, but you were the year above me at school. And especially in high school, that seemed like such a big deal, didn't it? To be the year above someone. Like when you're a year 9, man, you'd give so much shit to the year 8s.
Well, we didn't really go around with anyone else who were younger or older than us when we were in school. Anyway, once I left school, obviously we did.
Yeah, you just stick to your age group, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, my mate, if he were born a few days later, he'd have been in the year below. For some reason, that were
Yeah, and you think
a notable thing.
yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
We might have never have known each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about that though sometimes, about sort of getting on a little bit. I don't think about it in like I'm scared to die or anything like that. But I think about so when I was younger, I tried to join the RAF, and it stayed in my head because I didn't go through with it in the end, even though I did all my ASTs, my airman selection tests, and got my start date and everything. I was like, I can always come back to it if I want. Yeah, now I'm probably too old to join the army or the RAF or anything.
I wanted to join the army when I first left school, and then I ended up working with my dad doing plumbing, and I just never got around to. Obviously, I was doing a pretty decent, fairly decent paid job, so I was like, oh, fuck it. But I kind of regret it, man. I sort of wish I had joined the army, but a bit old for it now. You can still join at this age, but I don't know. It's a bit old, isn't it? 30.
Yeah, I think depending on what role you go for, but I think they generally start cutting things off at 30. I think 33 is like the oldest you can apply.
No, it's 35.
And you've got to be fitter than a fucking 18-year-old.
Yeah, you've got to be fit as fuck.
That's the thing though. Even though I'm 30, I don't feel like I am definitely not fitter than an 18-year-old, but that's just because it's been 10 years of just smoking and just doing nothing really. But I think if I'd put some work in, I could definitely get an 18-year-old's level of fitness. Maybe not energy, but fitness for sure.
You definitely could. It's just fucking like at that age, you've just left school. And when you're in your school years, you're constantly running around and doing shit and fucking I hadn't fucking ran for ages. I can't remember the last time I ran for something.
Fucking hell, man. I was at the gym before this second lockdown, and I was like, oh, I need to do a little bit of cardio, at least just to warm up before I do weights. And, man, even like fucking 5 or 10 minutes on a punching bag, man, I felt like I was going to chuck up a lung, man. It was bad.
First lockdown, I did a little bit of a half-an-hour run. Well, I say half an hour. You know, everyone doing those 5Ks?
Yeah.
I did it in 35 minutes, which is pretty
5K?
fucking bad.
That's bad, man. Yeah, that is
I know
bad.
it is.
That's slow.
A lot of walking, and I was sick halfway through as well.
Really?
Like, genuine, just went... And then like, oh, no.
Pretty bad for your age, man.
Well, yeah, I'm 5'7" and 13 stone. I'm not exactly fucking... I'm not a fucking athlete.
But you're not fat or anything.
Yeah, we'll roll with it.
You've got a little bit of timber, haven't you?
I've got a fucking belly, mate.
That's all right, mate.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying I'm just not athletic.
But I don't think that necessarily makes you unhealthy. Like, I've got a very athletic build.
What about the smoking?
But yeah, the smoking, that's a big part of it, isn't it, man? But see, I've got not strong, but I've got an athletic build. I'm slim. I've got long limbs and that. I can't fucking run, man. I can probably do about 100 meters and I've got to stop.
Yeah, I'd be fucked if I had to run. I think you think of how you used to be, how you remember you ran as well, because I used to be pretty fucking good at running. But quite fast.
I was fucking shit out at running. I remember this because I'm such a fucking loser that I got like... Do you remember the bleep test? I think I got like 13 points from it.
Never did a bleep test in my life, to be honest.
I did. Yeah, we did. I got something like that. I did really well in that.
When I went to uni for 3 years ago now, we did a bleep test and I got like 8 points from it. Yeah. And that were a couple of years ago, so I'll be fucked now. I'll probably get like 2.
Yeah.
Test starts now. I quit.
No, yeah, it's weird because I swear everyone in my school said they did one, like either in middle school and high school. Or
We used to do it a lot, actually. I think every couple of months we used to do a little bleep
Well,
test.
that's just the thing, but I'd never done one, and I always felt a bit left out, man, because I was like, I can't. Like everyone's like, yeah, I got a 13, I got a 12, I got a 14. I was like, I don't fucking know. What.
Yeah, we did them quite often. They were always like the fucking lazy ones who just walked it right from the beginning. They walked it,
They actually
and they
used to anger me then, though.
dropped out straight away.
That used to just like piss me off.
Yeah.
At the beginning, you can walk it though. When it first starts, you can just walk from one side to the other. But
That is annoying, isn't it? Just why wouldn't you try?
Yeah.
Like, even like the super fucking geeks, man, it just used to irritate the fucking shit out of me. Just like, why can't I don't get why they force PE upon kids either. If I'm honest with you.
Well, I mean, too fucking right, man. You should.
But-
should encourage kids to exercise and not get fat and lazy, man. Like there's
Yeah.
there's so much of that in society, and I hate
Yeah,
all
the,
this like. I've got a pretty right-wing view about this, and I might catch a little bit of smoke, but honestly, I don't care. Fat shaming. I don't think you should make someone feel ashamed to be fat, but you definitely shouldn't glamorize or tell people that it's okay to be that size or weight, because it's not. It has a profound effect on your health, man. And if you're telling little kids, don't worry, you don't need to exercise. Don't let people fucking make you feel ashamed. And again, you shouldn't make people feel ashamed, but you should encourage people to be healthy.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I think everyone should be happy doing whatever the fuck they
Yeah,
want
of
to
course,
do.
man. Of course, definitely. Like, you shouldn't force it on anyone, but like, still.
But then you see wankers on the fucking internet that are like got 6-pack abs going, you shouldn't be fat. Fuck you. You should go enjoy your life a bit more, you weird cunt.
yeah, they shouldn't do that. But
Fucking sat there, you know what I mean? They're doing like 3-hour workouts every day. Fuck off. It's preaching about how much healthier they are. They're probably not even healthy.
They probably are, mate.
I'd say they look pretty fucking healthy.
I mean mentally. Like
Oh,
mental
right.
health compared to a fat person's.
No, I reckon they're probably a bit mentally healthier as well. They say like rigorous exercise and routine is good for your mental health, innit?
Obsession's not, huh?
Being fat and lazy and self-hating is probably not good for your mental health.
No.
I don't know. I'm saying you should be happy with the body you're given, but you shouldn't encourage people to be lazy and be like, oh, that's fine. Because, I mean, yeah, how much damage can that do? End up having a fucking heart attack because some fucking internet influencer who's 18 stone said, this is alright, this.
Yeah.
I just think let people do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, of course,
There's no
man.
need
Like I
to
say, you
fucking-
shouldn't force anything on anyone. If that's how they are, that's how they are. But I don't mean I've got to fucking respect their choices. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna, I'm
you
not
don't
gonna
have to tell them
fucking
anything.
hound them and call them fat. And like I said, I'm not gonna make anyone feel ashamed about it. But yeah, live and let live, sort of thing. But I just don't agree that it should be promoted as like it's fine to be like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm not entitled to that type of opinion because
I don't think it's not that people try and make out that it's fine. It's when they try and sort of glamorize it in a way, innit? When they say
yeah.
they try and glamorize being fat.
If you're happy
But
being
same
unhealthy,
time-
what's anyone else's problem?
Yeah, but that's what I'm going to say. At the same time, it's like you don't really need to tell fat people that it's bad to be fat. They fucking know it is. You know what I mean? So it's not like you're telling them anything new.
Nah, man, do what you fucking want. Make yourself happy. Don't worry about what anyone else says. That's what
Yeah,
I've always fucking lived by.
Yeah, I
That's it.
suppose at the end of the day, that's it. But I mean, but then are they truly happy, man? When they get 40, 50 years old and they have to walk with a fucking walking stick or...
Makes no difference though, does it? Because you telling them ain't going to make a fucking difference. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? Just leave everybody to it.
I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm just giving my personal opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
Like I said, I wouldn't go out of my way to tell someone they're fat or they shouldn't do this or they shouldn't do that. But it doesn't mean that I don't see it and I'm just like, I don't
It's
think...
just like this whole argument. I just completely disagree with it. I know it's unhealthy, but why is that anyone else's fucking business?
Well, because it
Be a big
becomes...
fat cunt.
It's, well, what if some dude gets overweight because he follows X amount of people who are also overweight and they say, it's fine, don't let anyone feel you ashamed, you don't need to change. He has kids and he dies of a heart attack and they're maybe only 3, 6 years old or whatever. Now they're growing up without a dad. Or maybe he's put in hospital and he's a big drain on the NHS and taxpayers' money and it's avoidable just by doing a little bit of exercise and eating healthier.
Yeah.
They're the fattest country in Europe, aren't we?
Yeah, oh, for sure, man.
Well, I'm helping out.
100%.
To get back onto something, well, you said it quite a while ago. Now you were talking about. You said you're not like you don't think about it a lot about dying. Like you're not constantly thinking I'm scared of death. I'm not particularly scared of death.
No, I'm not.
I'm more scared of getting old.
No, I reckon that'd be alright as well, to be honest.
Nah, man, getting old's bullshit. Everyone's all dying around you.
Yeah,
you look
just,
like
well, just
shit.
do what you want, don't you?
Exactly, it's a mindset, man. If you're
Just
gonna
chilling,
fucking,
man.
you could be 30 like you lot are, and be like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Or you could be 30 and fucking doing whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
and
it
just
is.
saying,
Sam's
I'm too
right.
old
It
for
is.
this.
It is perspective because I remember being 18 and being like, "Fuck, I don't want to be 30, man." But now
Yeah,
I look at 18-year-olds and I think you're fucking stupid, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like I think you get old and your interests just change with your age anyway. So when you're that age, you're going to be doing what you want to do, and you're probably going to be happy with it. Like my granddad, he's kicking on. He's probably about 86. He's knocking on 90. He still lives independently. He goes down a pub. He drinks his gold label. He makes jokes. Do you know what I mean? He knows he's only got a few years left, but he's pretty content. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I think my dad's the fucking same, man. He's going on 50 now, and he's bought himself a big fucking dirt bike, and he's got a massive fucking pickup truck. I know it sounds like a midlife crisis, but he's been doing it for a couple of years, so I don't think it counts. He used to play rugby all the fucking time, but like, then you get people at 50 that are just like, oh, I'm not doing shit, me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna garden.
I think it's just when you decide that you're old, that's when you give up, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I think just keep on doing what you want to do, and don't worry about your age, man. It's how old you feel. Yeah, your body gets older, but I think your mentality plays a big part of that. I don't feel like I'm 30 whatsoever, man. I still feel like I'm very immature. I say and do things that a typical 30-year-old probably wouldn't do.
Fuck typical 30-year-olds then. Just
I don't even know what that
I mean?
is. So what is a typical 30-year-old? What should I have a mortgage and that?
I don't know, man. I think we are pretty typical these days, man. Like fucking, you go out to the pub and you meet people your age. They're always generally pretty similar to you.
I suppose you're right. My view of a 30-year-old is the view of a 30-year-old from when I was 18 or whatever, and that's drastically changed.
Yeah, exactly. You've got like a stereotypical, like an outdated 30-year-old in your head, I think, or an outdated view of a 30-year-old.
Yeah, man. A 30-year-old has like a mortgage, at least 2 or 3 kids, married.
Bald.
Yeah, I don't know. That life isn't super attractive to me. Yeah, I'd like to have a kid and that, you know, but
I don't think I would.
I don't think I want the monotony of just sort of everyday life. Like I love what we do. I love creating and mucking around and playing video games and stuff.
Yeah.
I think ultimately that does keep you young anyway, doesn't it?
Should we do the next?
Yeah, we'll do that. I was about to say, we'll do the
Segment,
next segment. We could do. I guess we're gonna go. Don't know about that, mate.
What? Fuck off! I don't know about that, mate.
You die.
That were great.
Good, not bad. Eh? So yeah, this is. Don't know about that, mate. Do you know what? It's usually one truth and 2 lies, but I think I fucked up, so I think there's 2 truths this time. So you just have to find 1 lie.
There's always fucking 2 truths in these.
Is there?
Yeah.
You never research it properly.
Yeah. All right. I think there's just 1 lie. So
Right. Okay.
Okay, so we're playing 2
So we've got
truths,
to
one
pick
lie.
out the lie.
yeah,
then.
you got to find the lie. This week you got to find the lie. I might change it up next time and say, do you know what? This time there's 2 lies. You lie. 3 facts, or what would be facts about British schools. And yeah, you have to pick out which one is a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
In 1992, the pet hamster in a Glamorgan school was reported to have died of a heart attack caused by the shock of a teacher firing a starter pistol in a sports day rehearsal.
Right.
Got that one?
Yeah.
I think so.
How's that again? In 1992, the pet hamster in a Glamorgan school was reported to have died of a heart attack caused by the shock of a teacher firing the starter pistol in a sports day rehearsal.
And what, was this in a newspaper?
You listen to the stories first, and then you can start bashing me about my credibility, all right?
Right, all right.
Right, so that one's the lie. Keep going.
No, generally what I'll do is I'll do some research and like type in like quirky like British school facts or whatever, you know.
Right, okay.
And then like I'll find one and then I'll tweak it a little bit to make it a lie. So they're all credible, but one of them's not accurate.
It was actually a student.
In 1998, a teacher in Essex was suspended for passing students' exam answers hidden in egg and cress sandwiches.
Right.
What the fuck? Why have you got 36 egg and cress sandwiches there?
I don't know. I think remembering back, I think it was something to do with the school dinners.
Fucking, that's like torture, is that egg and cress sandwiches, man.
Yeah, they weren't nice. I don't know why they were such like a staple of English food as well, man. Egg and cress is fucking horrible.
I quite like it, man.
Cress just tastes like chlorophyll, man. If green had a fucking taste, it would just be cress. Yeah, and number 3. During the Tudor times, wealthier families would hire a whipping boy to take the physical punishments of their misbehaved children.
Right, that one I'm pretty sure is true.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. So we've got a dead hamster due to heart attack because of a practice pistol and an egg and cress exam.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm thinking the hamster one's a lie.
But
Because
did you say inside an egg and cress sandwich? So he's like slipped a bit of notepaper between the egg.
Supposedly, yeah. From what I read, it was a female teacher, and during lunch, she wanted to get like a good review. What do they call it? Assessment or whatever by her head teacher, saying, "Oh, your class is doing really well." So during the handing out of school lunches, she's obviously slipped like a folded up piece of paper and these egg and cress sandwiches as they were distributed to the children, just so she could up her like credibility as a teacher.
Imagine if you saw like little Timmy choking to death because Mrs. Cheating bitch fucking wanted a bonus.
Maths equations lodged down his throat.
he's got a notepad in his throat.
Yeah.
This egg and cress sandwich tastes rather papery today.
Yeah, man, it's just the hamster one. Like, who the fuck did that investigation? Like, oh, he's had a heart attack. It must have been from the gunshot outside.
I don't know. I guess it would have just been pretty obvious. I guess. Do you know what I mean? Unless the hamster leaps up and went, fucking hell!
Grasping its little heart.
Yeah.
Bloody hell! I jumped out my skin then, and then died.
You bastards!
I think it's the hamster one, man. They're just like, who's done that investigation?
Do we have to agree? Because I'm disagreeing with you.
Yeah, no, you need to agree, man.
What do you think the sandwiches?
I think the sandwiches is bullshit.
Well, I forced Rich to come onto my side last time, so I'll join you.
You're saying the egg and cress sandwiches is bullshit, are you?
Reluctantly, yes.
All right, drum roll. You're correct. Well, do you know what's funny? Actually, this is a real story, but I've just changed the facts. I think it was in 1996 or 1994. It was in Italy, and an Italian teacher got suspended for passing out hidden answers in, I think it was like salami sandwiches or something like that.
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
For the wrong one, surely you've got to just make it up off your own head. You can't just tweak a real story.
Of course you can.
It actually happened in 1992.
Yeah, well, no,
it was actually only egg sandwiches.
The whole premise of the game is it's three kind of wacky sort of truths, and then you just have to kind of find the one that's a little bit ludicrous. I mean, come on, you got it right. So it's not like I've made it.
Yeah, but you hadn't really switched it up that much. You've just took it from Italy to England and switched the sandwich.
Next week, if you want to be quizmaster next week, then by all means, I'll let you run with it. Actually, I
fucking will.
I think we should take turns.
Yeah,
please.
I'll do it.
Well, you got it right anyway.
Show you how it's done it.
Don't know why you're bitching.
Well done. We did it.
Good job, guys.
I feel good. I do feel good.
Amazing.
I mean, I were technically wrong. I still want to know how they determined that hamster died from a fucking heart attack from the gunshot outside. Like, who the fuck went, that must be it? And then, how did this become, like, national news?
So, I followed, like, a bunch of random people on Twitter, on the Retrobates account, and one of these guys just followed me back, and I've just clicked on his profile out of curiosity, and it's some black guy wearing a KKK uniform, and his description is racist, homophobic, anti-immigration, anti-Muslim, Islamophobic, fascist, proud member of the EDL, but not sexist.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man, I don't know if he's joking or not. I just had to unfollow him just in case, man. I'll put it in fucking reprobate stuff.
Hey!
Right, so let's crack on with Uncle Bates. You might be asking yourself, what is Uncle Bates? Well, here.
Are you having personal problems or a life issue that's turning you into a sad, depressed, ugly loser that no one likes, having absolutely no self-esteem, confidence, or social skills of any sort?
I drank way too much last weekend and hired a hooker for the night. I woke up to see she had a dick! Now we're getting married in 3 months. Anyways, I don't know how to tell my father I lost his bank card.
My roommate doesn't know that I've been using his bong as a sex toy. Now he keeps asking me why I won't rip a cone with him. What should I do, Uncle Bates? Not a problem. Dust your shoulders off by leaving your worries in the Retrobates podcast comment section, and we'll have the Uncle Bates team get back to you as soon as possible. And remember, having problems isn't normal, so get your worries washed away. Contact Uncle Bates today.
Not bad, that, eh?
Amazing, mate.
Yeah, so just to clear that up, it's basically an agony aunt. Gives a little ring, get in touch. We'll sort out all your problems.
So yeah, like you said, it's just if you've got any worries or problems or embarrassing shit going on, you can either leave it on our comments section in our YouTube on this actual episode. Yeah,
Email it to us.
Email it to us at contact.retrobates@gmail.com, or you can go on Twitter and hashtag Uncle Bates and give us your problems there. So choose your method. We've pulled one up from one of our friends, aka a random person on Reddit.
No one emailed us yet, so
No,
we'll use Reddit.
we thought it was a good one though, so I'll read it out and then I guess we'll come up with the best way to deal with said problem. My boyfriend told his friends about the roleplay we did in bed. I'm furious with my boyfriend because of this. Basically, I persuaded him into doing a Scooby-Doo roleplay in bed a few weeks ago. Nothing weird. I was Daphne and he was Fred. We were pretending that we were solving a mystery, but all of the clues were in intimate areas, if you know what I mean. It was... I like to say nothing weird to preface something pretty weird.
Yeah.
She goes on. It was fun, but my boyfriend thought it'd be a good idea to tell his group of friends about it, and now every time they see me, they call me Daphne. My boyfriend says nothing when they say it because he thinks it's funny. It's kind of funny.
It's fucking well funny. I don't know what she's on about.
It's pretty funny.
I told him that it was super disrespectful to tell his friends private details of our sex life, but he thinks I'm being dramatic and I need to lighten up. How do I get my boyfriend to see what he did was wrong and tell his friends to stop making jokes about it?
I mean,
Right.
if you were the boyfriend in this situation, right, fair enough. A lot of lads do tell their mates about shagging and funny shit.
Yeah.
But as the mates, it is really fucking stupid to take the piss out of it.
Yeah, right in front
to
of
her
her
face.
Problem here is, unfortunately, I kind of agree with the lad, man. It's pretty funny. It's just a laugh. Unfortunately, she's like upset about it.
I can see why she'd be upset because in her mind it's a very intimate, private part of their relationship.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's for sure that girls talk to their girlfriends about their sex and stuff, and yeah, guys do exactly the same thing. But maybe he's got a couple of dickhead mates who just wanted to make her feel uncomfortable. I feel as the boyfriend, he should have been like, "Do you mind not doing that? I told you in confidence." It's like the bro code.
It is fucked. That
Yeah.
I don't know how you could sit there and just let your mates rip the shit out of your girlfriend for that, man. You'd just be like, shut the fuck up.
I don't know if they've ripped the shit out of it, but yeah, it is a bit of a slime bag thing to do, innit? Imagine like turning up with your girlfriend to a party, whatever, and your mate's going, "All right, Daphne," like you'd be like, you just fucked me, bro.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to go home and have a go at you, isn't she?
Innit? Like, where's your loyalty? You're meant to be my mate. Why are you trying to throw me under the bus like that?
So it's her who's wrote this. So it's her.
Yeah. She's pissed off. So she's basically asked the question: how do I get my boyfriend to see what he did was wrong? So the guy doesn't see any problem with it.
Fuck him off. He sounds like a prick.
Yeah, he does. He does sound like a bit of a knob.
She just needs to let him know that it's out of order. It's all too late now. I mean, she should maybe just like it's out there. Just fucking not wear it with a badge and like a badge of honor, but just fucking have a laugh about it. And failing that, if she can't do it, she just needs to say to him, have a word with your mates, tell him it's out of order.
Yeah, I guess you're right about the sort of wearing it like armor thing, because if she was all like, yeah, and I bet you wish you was fucking whatever his name is, what's his face, Fred. But you wish you was Fred, didn't you? Jealous.
Yeah.
You know, they'll stop immediately. But I guess she's pissed off of her boyfriend for divulging private information to his mates. But again, it's like she probably did it to her girlfriends. They just sensible enough not to say anything. And I think, do you know what? Yeah, if the shoe was on the other foot, and I turned up like my girl's around her friend's house, and I've come to pick her up or meet her or whatever, and they go, "Oh, hello, Fred."
Yeah,
I'd kind of think it was funny. I don't think I'd be that pissed off, man.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be insecure, whereas this girl's quite clearly insecure about the intimate details of what they were doing.
Yeah.
Well, if she wants my advice, I say, just don't worry about it, mate.
Solved.
Yeah.
My input on this would be, tell your boyfriend that it's completely offside and that all of his mates are idiots for even fucking crossing the line.
Girls don't understand the offside rule, bro.
Jesus Christ. Right. Sexism, everyone.
We do it all on this podcast. No one's safe.
But like, I think you just got to have a word with your boyfriend, and if he don't say anything, next time you're out, you just got to fucking make it really awkward and embarrassing by having a go at them all, because that would definitely make you shut the fuck up.
Terrible fucking advice, bro.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah, just embarrass him in front of all of his friends and belittle him and make him feel very emasculated. That'll solve it.
Yeah, should just have a word with him in private and just say, all right, you've had your fucking fun. Tell him to shut the fuck up now.
I just think it's chilling, man. I just think just chill out. Like, it's fine. Yeah. guys take
Yeah,
the piss. That's what we do to each other, man. It's a sign of affection, isn't it? When you take the piss
Yeah.
out of someone you like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, maybe he shouldn't have said nothing, probably. Well, no, I don't know. She probably said something to her girlfriends. He said something to his boyfriends. I don't know.
I wouldn't want to be mates with people like that because that's just fucking. When you go out with someone somewhere with your girlfriend, you expect everyone to act a little bit less fucking dickheady.
Yeah, that is true.
You don't want them to rip them. You don't want them to start ripping your girlfriend, do you? And they feel like shit and start crying, and that'd be fucking horrible.
Well, I don't know. Me and Kerry have been, well, as Chuke knows, she's done a couple of our previous podcasts on the Man Called Mouse channel. And we're pretty open about ourselves and our habits and our love life because I just think, I don't know, it's normal, innit? I think everyone has the same thing. Once you start being really private and secretive, that's when it can be used against you, man. I just think, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, man. So I think, yeah, if she's embarrassed to do it, then she just shouldn't do it, I guess.
Yeah. I don't even think it's that bad, man. Fucking hell.
Really?
Acted out a bit of acted out the Scooby-Doo thing. So
That's
what?
weird, though. That is
pretty
weird.
sick.
That is so weird.
It is
It's
weird.
pretty weird, but it's not like fucking crazy. Like,
It's not your typical, like, teacher or schoolgirl or nurse. Do you know what I mean? It's Scooby-Doo, man. How's Scooby-Doo sexy in any way?
yeah, that's a good point. But
I'd be more embarrassed for him. I'm surprised that he told his friends having to dress up like Fred. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, I dressed up like Fred, put a blonde wig on and got a fucking red neckerchief.
A white shirt and that, and I felt really manly.
Yeah.
It's not normal behaviour, but I wouldn't say it's weird. I think weird's the wrong word. It's not weird. Something that's fucking creepy and fucked up.
I'm willing to kink shame these people, man. Using a kid's cartoon in a fucking deluded sexual fantasy is pretty weird.
Yeah.
Right, I'll be Dora the Explorer, and you be... Do you know what I mean? It's...
The map.
That little rapey fox that comes out. Fox.
I've not watched it, to be honest.
No, neither have I, but my sister did.
How would we round this off then? I vote that she just laughs it off and then just says to him, look, what happens behind closed doors is between me and you. Obviously, your mates are going to know about it eventually, but just tell them to have some respect when we're all together.
Yeah.
At least pretend you don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go, anonymous person from Reddit who will probably never hear this.
I hear this.
That's
There you go, pal.
You've just been given some very valuable advice, even though I don't even know how old this problem is, but hopefully this inspires others to, like I said, get in touch with us, leave a comment on the video, use hashtag Uncle Bates on Twitter, or send us an email, or even better, you can send us like a voice note or something, and we can play it on the podcast, and we'll keep it all anonymous. You can use a fake name, just like the sexual health clinic.
We'll change the names and that, so you don't feel so embarrassed. But if you don't give a fuck, Twitter or YouTube comments.
Yeah, if you don't give a fuck, give us
email.
your full name, your national security number, address, and a list of your fears. So there you go. You've got three brains conglomerating on a single problem, which is, it's better than just having one therapist, isn't it? Now you've got three, so count yourself lucky that this service is now out there. Hashtag Uncle Bates. Well, I guess we've highlighted a lot of areas of growing up. We went through the 90s, living without technology, getting too old for certain things.
Let's go back to the beginning. What's everyone's favourite chocolate bar that doesn't exist? That's how you started it off.
Let's bring it full circle. I think Taz bars should get an honourable mention because everyone is always throwing shade at the prices of Freddos these days. I can't even remember the last time I even saw a Freddo.
Isn't a Taz bar just basically the same thing?
It's a Freddo with caramel inside it.
Yeah.
And
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
man?
they're pretty decent, man. So for me, Taz is an unsung hero of the 90s. And I want him back. Or Echo bars were also very good.
What the fuck is an Echo bar?
Echo, it's been so long I can't even remember. I just remember them good. I think they're sort of like chocolate with white chocolate inside and a biscuit. Something like that. But yeah, Echo bars, Taz. Can't remember the last time I saw a Flump.
Flumps exist, man. Oh, maybe they don't, man. I don't really eat chocolate that much anymore.
Flump's marshmallow.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't really eat sweets that much. When I buy sweets, I'll buy like a bag of, those pound bags where you get quite a few in.
Oh, yeah.
Fruit pastels or whatever.
Fruit pastels. Such a winner.
Fruit pastels are banging.
Yeah.
I like fruit gums as well, but they're pretty chewy.
Wine gums I like.
And midget gems.
Midget gems are good, but they're really hard and chewy, man. You get that jaw ache after eating them. They'd be really good if you was like off your tits at a rave or whatever. You don't need chewing gum, mate. Just have a couple of midget gems, man. Skittles.
I know what I'm going to go with now. Cocoa Pop straws. Do you remember those fuckers?
What,
No.
you drink milk?
Oh, you drink milk through it?
Yeah.
No.
So it was like a plastic straw and it had loads of little chocolate balls in it.
No. Was it? I remember it being like a.
You
I think
suggested it, you fucking weirdo. What do you mean, was it?
I never had them. I'm saying, is that what it was?
No. It's like it's like a big crispy cereal long thing with like chocolate in the middle, and you suck up the milk and it make it all chocolatey on the way up.
Oh yeah, Nesquik.
Right.
It was like it was basically a straw made out of like biscuit with chocolate in the middle.
And it was
And then,
fucking
yeah,
beautiful.
so you'd suck up all like the leftover milk from your cereal and then just munch the straw down. No, I never had them because just milk is just disgusting to me. I've never been a milk drinker. I'd put it on my cereal, but I would never be slurping milk up for no reason, man. That's fucked.
All right, mate. It's only drinking milk.
I don't know why it is, man. I've got such a thing against milk, bro. It's just disgusting to me, man. I put it in scrambled eggs and shit and cook with it, and I'll wet my Weetabix up, but I would never just drink milk. It just seems so gross. Anyway, this has been the rest.
And on that note,
Just like to say, when we were talking about the Mars Delight at the beginning, I was actually thinking about Milky Way crispy rolls.
They're still a
banging.
thing.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, but I've now Googled Mars Delight and I know what it is, and they were banging.
They were next level good, man. They were so good. If 2020 or 2021, if we deserve anything, it's the return of the Mars Delight.
Yeah, bring
Maybe
it back.
this should be maybe like a staple and a starting point of this whole podcast. If this ever takes off and ever gets,
Bring back the Mars Delight.
yeah, exactly. If we could petition if this ever snowballs and steamrolls its way to fame and we get a community of enough people, we could petition to get the Mars Delight back.
This is never going anywhere.
Come
This
on,
is
mate.
shit.
This is scuffed from the fucking start, it was. We've offended many parts of society, and for that,
Oh, strap in for more of that.
yeah. If you are looking for something more politically correct and a safe zone, a safe space, whatever, I'm sorry to report this is not it. This is not the podcast for you.
No, it is kind of a safe space in that we'll say just about anything.
Yeah. No
And
one's
probably
safe.
not even mean it.
It's kind of that no one's safe, so everyone is safe in that respect. We're not gonna single out anyone. We're gonna be getting everyone. Don't worry. Yeah. With that, we just want to say fuck you very much for listening and tune in. Keep tuned in, man. Press subscribe, press like, make a comment, give us some Uncle Bates problems, and
Try and share us about a bit, please, mate.
yeah, get involved with the community because we're going to put more and more work into this and we really enjoy doing it. And I feel like we're just very talented and funny and good looking and stuff. So
Yeah, cooler than you by far.
yeah, exactly.
We're not just doing podcasts either. There's going to be gaming videos, and we're going to be doing quite a bit of shit, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking tune in.
Yeah, this is the tip of the iceberg. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. We're going to, like Duke said, we're going to doing gaming videos, us fucking around on games, and reaction videos and reviews and just a plethora of different cool stuff that you're not cool enough
Just
to do
having a
yourself.
fucking dabble in everything, aren't we?
Yeah,
Just fucking subscribe, or I'll tell you, me. Fucking subscribe
yeah.
now.
Putting our
Do
toes in the water,
Yeah.
our toes in the water of being cool on YouTube and stuff.
Putting our fingers in all the different pies.
Yeah, and I guess what I'm going to do now is end the podcast and then maybe crack on with making a little theme tune so we can somehow end it without just being like, yeah, do what we say.
Why?
I like that. Just be like, fucking follow us now.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, in the wise words of Chuke, fucking follow us now. And I've been Mouse. I will say goodbye, and I'll let the other two say goodbye as well.
What you say goodbye?
Go on, mate. You go.
All right then. Fuck you all. Yeah.
I'm Duke. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm Sam, by the way. Shit. So that's mate.
Just
Yeah.
Sam. Just Sam.
Just Sam. Bye.